We killed it that first year. That was kind of our downfall. We wanted to move faster than necessary, and we ended up going off and buying a bunch of land in Florida. But then there are certain things that happened in the economy that put us in a difficult position. We got a little bit cocky, and we started taking a little more chances, and unfortunately, that kind of slapped us on the hand, which is okay. It's a growing lesson. We definitely learned a lot in that process, and it made us stronger. And then we took that and we just kind of adjusted, recouped what we could, and then moved forward. And now we're building much bigger things.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil. Today, I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Jaffer Hussain, who's been making serious moves in the real estate investing space, as well as educating others. So, yeah, excited to have you on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Yeah, I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you're approaching your investing business and supporting others in their own growth with investing. So let's dive into all of that.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, just first off, for those who are not familiar with you and your world, can you give the short version of what your main focus is?
Yeah, so my bread and butter is real estate investing. So we've been investing in real estate for over 20 plus years. I also work with my partner, Junaid, and we've been developing, our real estate business in several different areas um, here in the Chicagoland area. So we have, our fix and flip branch. We have our buy and hold. We have our long-term rentals, short-term rentals. And then we also have a mentorship program that we started as well to kind of share all of our learnings with everybody else and try to get them involved in real estate as well.
Awesome. So are your investments all around the Chicago area? Were you like nationwide? How does that work?
Yeah, so we've done a lot in a lot of different places. So our main source of real estate investing is in the Chicagoland area, but we have done things in Florida and other areas as well. We recently kind of stood up our off-market acquisitions branch of the business, which we're looking at working in different states as well. So most of our efforts are in Chicago, but we're looking nationwide.
Awesome. Yeah, so what has been like your key to getting this business started and yeah, keeping it going smoothly?
Yeah, so well, I mean, I started in corporate. I graduated from DePaul. I worked in corporate America for several years, and it was just not fulfilling, and it's just not something that I wanted to do. So I started investing in real estate over 20 years ago, and I started doing it very slowly. I do like 1 or 2 deals per year, and I realized that I need to move a little bit faster if I want to get this thing going. So I did hire some mentors. I partnered up with Junaid, and after I did that, I went from 1 to 2 deals to 10 deals in that first year that I partnered up with Junaid. Learned a lot of information from several different mentors and was able to accelerate my development from the real estate investment field. And then from that, we just continued to grow every single year, make changes, make adjustments. We started off with fixing and flipping, then we had some rentals that we kept. And then we started saying, okay, well, instead of depending on other people to find deals, let's find our own deals. So we started up that off-market acquisitions branch. And then with all that said, then people started asking us for help on their deals or getting involved in real estate. So we said, you know what, why not start something where we can help other people invest in real estate as well. So we started up the mentorship as well. So every year there's something new and we keep kind of progressing and adding to the mix and, diversifying our different streams of income as well as, keeping it all within the umbrella of real estate. So that's kind of how we're been functioning.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Amazing. Yeah, that sounds like some good teamwork. And I love that you're bringing that to others as well that are looking for that support.
Yeah.
So, what are like some of the goals that you have for like this next phase of your business?
Yeah, so most of our efforts are rooted in philanthropy. So obviously we all want to make money, but there's some seriousness behind where we want to make money. It's not just about making money, getting nice cars, having fun, none of that stuff. That's all great. That's just icing on the cake. But the real root is basically use this business to help other organizations and other individuals for financial freedom and then also different programs that organizations may have. So now it's just kind of scaling. We've proven what we do well. We've proven what we you know should stay away from. We've had our lessons with our losses and learnings with that as well. So yeah, we're successful and everything, but it doesn't come without losses. So we did have our fair share of learning lessons, but now we're at a point where we can scale up. We're building faster and quicker and doing much more volume. And along with that, we're bringing folks along with us on the ride with respect to our students. So all the stuff that we've learned, we're bringing it down to our students, giving them access to our networks and helping them achieve what we've achieved in a shorter time frame than it took us. So they don't have to go through all the pitfalls that we went through. And that's really, we want to focus really heavily on being able to help others um, get to where we want to get to where they want to get to, and bring them into the realm of philanthropy. So yes, we want to teach them how to make money, but also how to give back to the community as well.
I love that. That's so important to have a bigger vision than just your own
Yeah,
material possessions. Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
So you mentioned that you've experienced losses and learning lessons. Can you share some of those stories of what maybe some of those shortfalls were and like what you learned and how you overcame them?
Yeah, it's really just about zeal and aggression, right? So like we came out of the gates, like I said, after I joined with Junaid, we killed it that first year, and we did like 10 properties, after I was doing like one or two a year, and we're like, okay, this is great. Let's move real fast. That was kind of our downfall. We wanted to move faster than necessary, and we ended up going off and buying a bunch of land in Florida, and starting to do builds and everything was going great. But then there are certain things that happened in the economy that put us in a difficult position. So we kind of took a bigger bite than we should have. And I think everybody's going to go through that as they grow from business, because we had a lot of success coming out of the gates. And then we got a little bit cocky, and we started taking a little more chances. And unfortunately, that kind of slapped us on the hand, which is okay. It's a growing lesson. We definitely learned a lot in that process, and it made us stronger. And then we took that and we just kind of adjusted. Recouped what we could, and then moved forward, and now we're building much bigger things.
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Amazing. What are maybe some of the lessons that you've learned from your years in investing that you now share with your students so like they don't have to go through those trenches?
Yeah, yeah. Never fall in love with a property or a specific deal. Be very diligent on running your numbers, and if it doesn't make sense, don't force it. And don't try to move so fast, right? Moving steady and slow is going to get you much further along. It may not feel like it, but you don't have those setbacks. So that continuously have small wins, small wins, small wins, stack up on the wins, and then you're going to see the value coming up. So I mean, those are kind of lessons that we learned as real estate investors, and we kind of pass along to our students.
Amazing. So, yeah, if you were maybe to able to go back in time and like tell, the younger version of you that was starting to invest, some advice and strategies, what are some of those things that you would share?
Yeah, so the biggest thing I would say is, number one, I would have started much sooner. That's the biggest thing. And number two, I would have invested in mentorship much sooner. Because yes, everybody can do stuff on their own by reading and stuff like that, but there are certain things that you learn from mentors that you can't get from reading books, you can't get from, just, looking online. That level of mentorship is very critical. And there's so many people out there that bring benefit and value. And everybody brings a different mix to it. So I think those two things are the biggest. So start earlier, and then hire mentors and learn from them much earlier. And I would have been much further along if we did that. But at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, and there are certain times for things to happen, and that's how it did. That's how it is.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are some things that you are focusing on right now when it comes to, yeah, like your new projects and business?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's two things that we're focusing on right now. We've kind of slowed down on the fix and flip part of our business. We are ramping up on the off-market acquisition. So that comes with, staff. We're hiring employees. We're building out processes. We're building out our software. We're doing a lot of things to kind of get that going. It's going really well so far. It's just about scaling now. So fine tuning and scaling that piece of the business. So we're focusing heavy on that. And then we're also putting a lot of focus on trying to get this mentorship at a point where we can bring more people in and help them out and be part of this community and start growing that as well. So those are two things that we're really focusing on for the rest of the year here.
Yeah, and what does your mentorship look like? Like, is it like the group program is online? What are kind of like the things that your main pillars are for this program?
Yeah, so we like to make it as easy as possible for everybody, and we know that there's a lot of mentorship programs out there, and every mentorship program has value, in my opinion, as long as they're legitimate people, of course. Um, so and they're very costly. So like Janae and I, we've spent over $100,000 of our own money to get mentorship in real estate. So we understand that it's very expensive, and we want to make it very achievable and feasible for people. So there are different options that we have for our mentorship program, but essentially what we get is we have online courses, online modules that that our students will get full-time access to lifetime, and then we have weekly coaching calls, between 2 to 3 coaching calls every single week on various topics.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And then we have access to our network of tax advisors, of estate planners, of lawyers, of contractors. If you're here in Chicago, you can benefit from the contractors. We have access to all of our templates and contracts that they can use for their transactions. Um, and then, of course, they have one-on-one access to Junaid and myself as well. So all that encompassed in a program where we cover a variety of different topics. So you'll see like other mentorship programs, they may focus on just wholesaling, or they may focus on just the BRRRR method, or they may just focus on fix and flip. Like I said, Junaid and I have spent over $100,000 to learn all of that. So we have creative financing, fix and flip, short-term rentals, midterm rentals, buy and holds, commercial properties, you know, everything that you can possibly do in real estate. We have exposure to that, and we bring that to the table with that support.
Amazing. Yeah, sounds like a very all-encompassing program, and anyone can just sign up for it online, or is there any like criteria, like someone needs to be at a certain level?
Yeah, that's a good question. So what we like to do is, we focus on positivity, and we want to make sure we bring the right people into the group. And this is a community that we have, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that we want everybody in this group. We're going to be very selective. We want to make sure that we don't bring any sour apples into the group. So there is a little process that we go through as far as making sure that it's a right fit. For us, it's not about, yeah, of course, everybody wants to make money, but it's not just about generating money. It's to make sure that we're bringing people in that can bring value to the group and also get value from the group. So there is a little bit of a process that we go through in terms of, having somewhat like of an interview to get a sense of who they are, what they're trying to accomplish. Do they fit with our group in terms of, the goals, the mentality, the psychology, the positivity, all those things matter to us. So this is not just like an open, free invitation for everybody. We want to make sure we bring the right people in. So there is a website that we can share with you guys, which allows you to set up a call with either Junaid or myself, and then we'll walk through our program in detail. We'll walk through the goals of the individual, and then we'll extend an offer if they're a good fit for us.
Awesome. I love that. Yeah, it's good to be in charge of like the energetics of the group and making sure everyone's on the same page.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Awesome. So yeah, when it comes to investing, like what kind of deals do you most enjoy doing?
Yeah, so when we work with the off-market acquisitions, we come across people that are really in difficult situations. And you'd be surprised to know, like, a lot of people that are selling their homes, they're selling for a reason that is not so glamorous, right? It's like it's really a difficult situation. Either somebody passed away in their family, either they're having financial difficulties, health issues, family issues. We deal with a lot of different types of issues, and the coolest part about real estate is that, yeah, we're in the business to make money, but we are not. we are not a group of people that want to take advantage of anybody. So our company is named Homes to Harmony. The reason is because we want to make sure that it's a harmonious relationship with the seller. We're not looking to steal a property from them. So we look at all the different opportunities to help that individual. In the process of helping that individual, naturally, like we end up making money, but that's not our goal, right? It's definitely something that is important. I'm not going to lie. I mean, we're in the business to make money, but we're not in the business to take advantage of people. So we're different in that sense from an investment point of view. Is that we go into the property, and oftentimes I ask the sellers, why do you want to sell? And I try to find ways for them to keep the property, which is genuine because I feel like, keeping property is valuable. But in some cases, like people are not able to do so. And if that's the case, then we want to get the best outcome for them. And that's what makes it fun is like we are able to craft deals that get them out of their difficult situation as best as possible. And then also we're able to make money as well. And we're not hurting anybody in that process.
Yeah, that's so important. I really love that perspective of trying to help everyone and make it a win for everyone, not just for your own pockets.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, when it comes to like growing your network and creating new relationships, what has made the biggest difference for you?
Just getting out there and interacting with different people has exposed us to people that are like-minded in the sense that they're looking to help people as well. Like the coolest thing about entrepreneurship and business and real estate is that, yeah, there's a lot of bad people out there, but there's bad people everywhere. But the majority of people that are successful, they are extremely helpful. So you'll find somebody that they may be more successful than I am, but they don't shy away from helping me if I needed help. So those are the kind of people that we strive to look for. And, oftentimes when you're in those circles, you see the same people over and over again, and you'll find out that, these are the group of people that you wanna associate yourself with. So, you know, um, we strive to help people, and by helping people, you meet other people that want to help people, and it turns out to become a nice small network. And that's what we have to offer to our students as well. Is like we have a bunch of folks that are invested and interested in helping them grow. Yes, everybody's making money in the process, but they're also growing everybody else's business. And if everybody else's business grows, then you know the people that help them out, their business will grow as well. So it's a whole ecosystem.
Totally. I love that. Relationships and that community building is so important in this space.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. So before we wrap up here, if someone wants to reach out, connect, collaborate, learn more, where can they find you?
Yeah, so they can go to our website, training.homestarharmony.com. That's the best way to kind of get a sense of what our program looks like. And then it'll allow you to book a call with myself or Junaid. We don't have a sales staff, so you'll talk directly to us. So it's not like a gimmicky, go through this, whole process. You'll talk directly to myself or Junaid, and we'll go through the process and make sure you're a good fit. And even if you're not a good fit, we want you to walk away from the call with something of tangible value that you can have a blueprint on how to invest in real estate, even if you chose not to work with us, which is perfectly fine. At the end of the day, that call is hopefully a benefit to whoever books that call. But again, just training .homes2harmony.com. That's the best way to get a hold of us.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time, your story, and your perspective. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. And for those tuning into the show, if you got value from this, make sure you subscribed. We have more conversations coming with operators just like Jaffer who are building real businesses. And we'll see you all on our next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.